Much respect to the person who bats leadoff. Leadoff man is coming in hot. He played his way back in right after a rejected RSVP. Bounced back quickly. He is no stranger to the main event. He finished 8th at Smackoff 25, and he is about to hit the air on the big day for the 4th time. Leading off the event in Denver, it is Dan in Denver. Dan, what's cracking?
Jimmy, I don't give a damn when I get on the air, man. I'll go first. I'm just pumped to be here. Normally the leadoff guy just tries to be scrappy, maybe lay down a bunt like Jeff in Southfield did last year, anything to get on base or hit the board. But, Jimmy, that's not baseball anymore. Aaron Judge bats leadoff, and he leads the league in home runs. So, Jimmy, let's swing for the fences here. Jimmy, it's tough not being able to rebuttal, admittedly. Luckily, I know what's going to happen in some of these calls. Caleb in Green Bay is going to come with some overproduced guest or gimmick that really would have hit 10 years ago, followed by a technical difficulty of some sort. I mean, Brad's going to cause a lot of laughs and talk mostly about male genitalia. Oh, and Mike in Indy is going to bitch out. Mike is the opposite of a NASCAR interview. Good guy, respects the fans, respects the show, always on time. Whew. Now that we got that out of the way, Jimmy, reinvention project guest request. What if I told you that I had a guest with a large social media following who was tan with a giant oily chest and just inhaled organs all the time? No, Jimmy, not a Kardashian. I'm talking about the freaking Liver King. Have you seen this guy's act, Jim? Jimmy, all this freak does is eat raw meat and organs and then inject himself with anabolic steroids. Jimmy, this guy's taken more needles to the ass than left in Laguna getting that stupid tattoo last year. Romy, the best part about this guy's act, he claims to have gotten that perfect body without a drop of steroids. Yeah, dude, and I got this perfect dad bod without a drop of beer. Jimmy, awesome to see Arch Manning committing to Texas this week. Jimmy, I'm checking out some of the benefits he'll be receiving. The bull horns on the front of the Ford truck is awesome, but not quite as cool as the dangling set of truck nuts that's going to hang off the back hitch. Jimmy, the cowboy boots, 6-shot revolver, Longhorn belt buckle, the Wranglers with the dip can ring puts the attire completely together. Jimmy, and speaking of athletic attire, what's the deal with professional athletes getting dressed up to walk from their airplane or bus into the locker room? Like, Jimmy, I'm okay with Tom Brady dressed to the nines in a custom suit, rocking his Dre Beats, but I'm not down with Carson Wentz going full camouflage like a member of Duck Dynasty. Wentz should focus a little bit less on hunting mallards and a little more on improving those spirals so he'll stop throwing mallards. Jimmy, I do love the XR4 Ti adopting that tradition, though. Jimmy, they always say dress like your boss, but producer Tom couldn't afford a David August suit, so instead he had to buy a Jeffrey July. Jimmy, Charles Oliveira was stripped of his UFC lightweight title after being 1/2 pound overweight. Jimmy, what's that say about Sean the Cablinasian's 5 titles? Because that dude is way more than 1/2 pound overweight. And on that topic, Jimmy, how exactly do these weight classes in the UFC work? Like, Jimmy, take the lightweight, for example. The only lightweight I can think of is when Mark in Hollywood shotguns one White Claw and then gets white girl wasted. Jimmy, I love how one of the only rules in the UFC is you can't weigh over 265 pounds. Think about that, Jim. Do loads of steroids. Yeah.
That's not a good call. No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call.
Hey, Dan.
Not a very good call.
I mean, I'm sorry to do it, but you know, this is for the best of the best. I know it's a big ask to get you to lead off because the energy is so high, the nerves are high. But I got to say, dude, it just was not that good. It was just not that entertaining. In fact, it was kind of boring. I expect more from you. You had enough to play your way in, but again, you don't get a free run on this thing. You have to be the best of the best. Put it this way, I knew that you were not going to hit anywhere near the board with that without hearing any other call. So, I hate to do that, but it is my job to do that. Now you're done. So far, so bad, but somebody's got to start it off. Dan in Denver taking his shot.